Hello, everyone, and welcome to the episode 9 of Form Guru series by MakeForms. I am Pratik, founder of MakeForms, and today we are going to take a look at multiple choice field, which is often called checkboxes. So, we'll quickly jump into the form creation process. This will be a standard form as usual. Cool. So, I'll delete this thing. So what you can do is you can go all the way down and search for multiple choice, or you can search it using the checkbox or the multiple choice field. I'll click this. So in the last episode, we saw that about the single choice or the radio button, and in this episode, we are seeing the multiple choice. The only difference is that in the multiple choice, your user can select multiple options. So let's do this. What kind of food do you love? And you can, so these are the values. You're by default presented with two options. You can just go in and you can edit this. Let's say Italian, Chinese. Now, if you want to add more, you can click this button at the right side and you can add this. Thai food, add more. This is one way to do that. And then if you want to rearrange this, then you have this dragger here using which you can reorder the values. The another way to change the values is from the right hand side. You will place all your values one below the other. So let's say I will do Thai food, Chinese, Italian, Mexican, and for example, Indian. So this is how you will first add the multiple choice and then change the values for each and every choice options. Now let's quickly take a look at the options that you get with this. So the first setting that we have is the very basic setting which we have for every field, which is marking it as required. The second one is the field name alignment. The third one is the helper text. So you can either have a tooltip, select all the food items that you like. So this will come as a tooltip. If you select this option, this helper text will be displayed below your choices. The next immediate feature that we see here is spread to columns. So what happens is that when you turn this on, all the values will be one besides each other. Then you have an option to add other. When you turn this on, so let's say the user wants to add some choice of his own, then he can click add other, and we'll quickly take a look at the same in our design field. So here, if I click on other, I will be presented with a text box where I can type in the value myself. So these are the two options. Now you will be able to see that there is something called as choice time. So I can select, this is the basic one. This is how the default checkbox or multiple select looks like. The next one is the pill option. So let's say you don't want your user to, like, don't want to present this multiple choice as the normal uh, checkbox field and as a pill. You can do that, and we'll quickly take a glance at the design field. So here it will show up like this, and you can select as many as you want. The third option is the image field. And now we also need to remember that as soon as you switch to the image option, the add other option will be removed. So I will quickly go in, I will select the options. Sorry, I deleted it by mistake. So now we can see that we are presented with an option like all these images. So the user can visually see this and then select stuff. So this is useful when you want to have a visual representation of your choices. Now we will go a little bit down and we will see that as soon as we switch from the pill or the normal choice type to the image choice type, there are these additional two options that come up. The first one being the display indicator. So I will turn this on and you can see that there is this checkbox design on every image. So this gives a visual representation to your user that this is a checkbox. Again, this is completely optional and you get all the control whether you want to show this or you don't want to show it to your user. Now we can see that as soon as we have selected the image choice type, we are not able to see these values. So there can be times wherein you really don't want to let the user know what this image represents, and so you don't want to display the text. But at times you might also want to do that. In that case, what you will do is you will turn this display label option. So this will show the name of that particular value below the image. I will turn on both of these and we will quickly take a look at the design tab, and we can see that we have these options like the image with the checkbox and with the label or the field value below it. Now within the multiple choice, we've got one more additional option as compared to the single choice, which is multiple selection. So by default it says as default, so your user can select as many options as they want to. But let's say you want your users to select a definite number of options. For example, you want them to select only two options, so you will select the number of selections option and then you will enter how many options do you want your user to select. So now we'll quickly publish this form and see it in action. So what I will do initially is I'll just hit submit. So it will say please select two options. What I will do is I will select three options and I'll try to submit. It will give me an error message that please select only two options. Do let's select only one and submit. So what it does, it forces your user to select exactly two options, and then when I submit, I will be able to submit this form. Now I'll go back to the build phase of my form and I will go below, and in the multiple selection, I have something called as range of selections. Over here, I will let my user select anywhere between 1 to 4 choices. So now my user can select 1, 2, 3 or 4 options from these given choices. Let's quickly republish this. Let's open this form. First, we won't select anything, we'll just submit. So it says select between 1 and 4 options. We only have 5 options, so I will select all of them. As soon as I hit submit, it will say select between 1 and 4. So I will just turn off 1 and I'll submit this, and it submits immediately. So this is how you can restrict the number of choices that your user selects. So this is all about the multiple selection feature that we have. Again, as I've said in all my videos, a repeater field and marker sensitive data is something that we will check later. You can also select default value. So let's say if you select Indian and Mexican as the default values, let's go to the okay, this actually does not work with the image choice. So we'll have to use the normal pill. But if you mark this as disabled field, then your users won't be able to select anything. Like this field will be disabled, but it will still be present to your user. So that's it. That's all about the multiple choice field. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment box below. And please let me know what kind of forms are you looking forward to. I will ensure that I you know, try to cover your use case in my upcoming videos. So that's it for today. Pratik here from MakeForms signing off. Bye bye everyone.